proudly brought to you by BSP, our bank, our people.
Hello, thanks for joining us. This is TVWAN News. In this edition, Sir Julius casket arrives in Port Moresby. Waste management crucial in public health, and plant llama set for big season. The body of late Sir Julius Chen arrived in Port Moresby on a chartered flight this afternoon from TVWAN. Sir Julius Chen passed away peacefully at his home village of Julius in Namatanai yesterday. We now cross over to Carol live at the APEC terminal with an update of the arrival.
Good evening, Mary. We're here at the APEC terminal where just 2 hours ago we received the casket of the late Sir Julius Chen. His arrival was met with witnesses and members of parliament and distinguished guests, and of course his family as well. The family, of course, arrived a little earlier on to meet with members of parliament and distinguished guests as they awaited the arrival of the casket. Sir Julius Chan's arrival was met also with a traditional procession where members of the family presented traditional necklaces to the Prime Minister, Joe Pomat, and maybe other members of Parliament as a sign of receiving the late Sir Julius Chan's body and casket. Today's ceremony was quite the solemn one as his casket arrived. The atmosphere was definitely solemn, with flags flying at half-mast as part of the national mourning protocol, reflecting the deep loss felt across the country as a whole. Now, Sir Julius Chen, one of our nation's founding fathers, it will be dearly remembered, and program for this week will be updated, and we will give updates on our social pages and of course news as well. So that's for now from us here at the terminal. Over to you, Mary.
Thank you, Carol, for that update. The National Parliament will announce the final program for the late Sir Julius Chen over the next few days after meeting with the family, and a program is agreed to. Speaker of the National Parliament, Joe Pomat, said Sir Julius remains the property of the state as he died as a serving member of Parliament. A national mourning day will also be held on Sunday evening at the Sir John Guy's Indoor Complex to remember the great man he was.
In a joint press conference today, Speaker of Parliament Joe Pomat and Prime Minister James Marape announced the next steps as the country comes to term with the death of the last man standing.
Behind time, after body come, with the Prime Minister, he bring one them all family, belong an immediate family will be in here this la. Nami blacken come up la passing thing. No one have time straight. But you me. Plan him or program the funeral service long, the late Sir Julius Chen.
Sir Julius was the governor of New Ireland at the time of his passing. The Speaker says Parliament has a responsibility to give him the recognition he deserves, not just as an MP, but also as a former Prime Minister and founding father.
I'm sitting member of Parliament. Now, law I'm now in property of Parliament or property of state. So the late Grand Chief Sir Michael Somare, me died time me former member of Parliament. na parliament di kisimem come inside long. Chamber lo suim sa luksabe longam, or some leader of the country. Na CJ, Emida also member of parliament. Not only as a former prime minister, but leader of the parliament. Also na parliament di feel also memiga display responsibility long. Katim nas lakain luksabe lo mas make him longan.
Pomat is also aware of certain things in the will of late Sir Julius, but says the body remains the property of the state and Parliament will do everything necessary to give him a good send-off.
So yes, me plan understand me got will longan em come out finish me right him will longan wal begini wal doctor longan. But me plan too wal some country, na makim country. And me la prime minister also me plan all the members of parliament. Me plan feel me plan too got me plan masoin des lakain look save na ruru lo country ko des lama.
Prime Minister James Marape, in passing his government's condolences to the family of Sir Julius, also highlighted Sir J's role in setting the financial system of the country.
You may like to thank you for Namatanai and New Ireland long gift him to Papua New Guinea, one exceptional leader who was the architect of our nation's financial structure we have today. As our nation's first finance minister, he birthed a concept called Kina and Toya into our national currency. He was instrumental in the birth of our central bank and its independence that exists up today. And we acknowledge his passing.
Marape, sharing the same views as the Speaker, said the National Week of Mourning will be observed once the final program is out. He encouraged all schools, business houses, government organizations and citizens to pay their respects when a formal announcement of the exact date is made.
Papuans, if you at work next week, and all employees, the public service in the private sector, or even throughout the length and breadth of our country. In an hour or two next week, we will indicate later on today or tomorrow, we require everyone in that hour or two to stop from whatever you are doing and to dedicate to the memory of the late Right Honourable Sir Julius.
He also announced that the Day of National Mourning will be held on Sunday at the Sir John Guy's Indoor Complex.
On Sunday evening, we'll have a national house cry moment at Sir John Guy's Stadium. So I'll invite all the press to come in again. You all be stationed to uplink the program. We want to footage of Sir Julius played. All leaders who are in Port Moresby, all public servants are summoned to attend.
Meantime, the body of Sir J arrived from New Ireland today and is being kept at the funeral home. Ruth Rongola, TV1 News.
The logo of the 50th Independence Anniversary was launched last night by the Prime Minister, James Marape, under the theme Celebrate Our History, Inspire Our Future. The event, though planned for a grand launch, was toned down in respect of the passing of Sir Julius Chen.
Last night was supposed to be grand and merry, the launch of the anniversary logo as the countdown begins to September 16th this year. However, it was all toned down as news of the passing of Sir Julius reached the country. All flags were also flown at half-mast, including the one on Independence Hill.
Sir Julius is a leader for this country. He worked hard for this country, and he would have loved to see this program go on, and he would have loved to be with us on our 50th. Unfortunately, God has called him home to rest. And so we will tone down this program a little bit, and I want to beg your thoughts for a moment of silence.
The 50th Independence Anniversary logo embodies elements that capture the essence of PNG's diverse cultures, natural beauty and resilience. The theme encourages citizens to honor their past while looking forward to future opportunities and growth. The Prime Minister, when launching the logo, emphasized on unity, national identity and the importance of collective effort in shaping a prosperous future.
And I ask all of us standing here today, what is it that you must do for your country? I do not need to read much. I do not need to speak much. They have passed on this country to us, and it is our business. As sure as they pass it on to us, it is our business to pass on a united, possibly progressive nation into the future.
The launch was marked with various activities, including performance by Party Potts, the king of Pacific music, and the display of fireworks, fostering a spirit of patriotism and collaboration among Papua New Guineans. Marape also called for active participation from all levels of society to make the 50th anniversary a memorable and impactful one, aiming to inspire hope and a renewed commitment to the nation's development.
The country is not abstract, it's not a concept, but it is a living organ, a body that stands to call for those of us who serve to serve better, bigger, 100% commitment to the cause. And I ask all of us today, this country deserves our total focus, because you will not resurrect Somare, Sir Julius, Yambaiki, Mekere, Bill Skate, Sir Charles Lapani, and the name goes on. This will not come back to life. It is now you and me, our business.
This milestone also provides an opportunity to reflect on the progress made since independence. Ruth Rongola, TVWAN News.
Marist College Ashgrove was one of the first organizations to pay tribute to late Sir Julius Chen yesterday, right after the news of his passing. Marist College Ashgrove is where Sir Julius went to school between 1954 and 1958, commencing a three-generation legacy at Marist with his sons and grandsons attending the college. In reflecting on his remarkable life, the college remembers the profound impact Sir Julius had on the Marist family, Papua New Guinea, and the world at large. Sir Julius visited the college last year for the last time. Marist College is honored that Sir Julius visited the college last year to address their students and share memories about his time at Marist and how it prepared him to lead Papua New Guinea. Marist feels very proud to have had Sir Julius as an old boy. This is TVWAN News. After the break, waste management crucial and Medan dedicates ear to God.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase Easy Pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
A true champion is measured by their courage, their determination, and their passion to never give up and to always keep trying. With a delicious Milo in milk taste and added nutrients, Milo in milk is a great way to fuel our little champions with nourishing energy every day. Because true champions give it their all.
Milo, PNG and Mia. Buying PNG made.
The Toyota JD Hi-Ace bus comes in 14 and 15-seater high-roof luxury model powered by 2.8 liters JD engine for optimal performance output, fuel efficiency and quietness, designed with improved safety features and easy maneuverability for tire steering angle. The Hi-Ace lift suspension and annular frame structure is opted for smooth ride, comfort and safety. Experience the ride on the Hi-Ace bus and experience the Hi-Ace pride, the bus that exceeds all expectation.
A quick favorite meal for the day does feel good. Snacks noodles is my choice for a simple meal. It is easy to prepare and fast to cook, and with a touch of flavor and ingredients, quality noodles that can be cooked and enjoyed in many different ways. You see, my whole family loves it. It's made here in PNG and comes in different pack sizes. Snacks noodles, tastier but you like it more.
is set. The stadium is rocking. It is go time. The entertainers are back. Rugby league at its absolute best.
Start your engines.
Got your seatbelts on?
For the ultimate talk show.
Man, this thing rips!
All Girls Garage, Mondays 8:30 on Turbo.
Welcome back. Today, Central Province witnessed the groundbreaking ceremony for the Quikila District Medical Waste Incinerator project. The facility marks a significant step forward in an ongoing commitment to improving public health and environmental sustainability for Papua New Guinea. The National Department of Health, with support from the World Bank, JICA and Global Fund, provided 38 incinerators for 20 provincial hospitals and 4 district hospitals, including Quikila. Today, the groundbreaking ceremony for the incinerators project at the Quikila District Hospital marked a significant step towards proper management of medical waste.
Going well, and at the moment I'd like to ensure that clinical services get right down to our people. But as we improve services, things like X-ray, pathology, all those things, the services become more complicated, and we need people who can save those services. Saving those services, we can't just bring them here and tell them, okay, go and start doing the X-ray now. No, we have to house him too.
The incinerator project is funded by the World Bank COVID-19 Emergency Response Project and implemented by the National Department of Health. Dr. Yiki emphasized the need for the completion of the project by installation partners.
Quikila, because we love you. Do the right things, and please, let's make the image for this year 50 years of independence celebration. That is the image you are carrying. Be proud of what the national government is doing. That is what I can say, and I want to appreciate all your efforts. Let's work together. And my appeal to UNOPS is we are running out of time. 15th of April is the deadline, so I don't have good words for you. Let's run towards to make sure that this incinerator will be operational.
This medical waste incinerator project aligns with the National Health Plan of 2021 to 2030, focusing on improving health service delivery.
And so it's very, very important for health facilities that the waste products are disposed properly, because they can be health hazard to the community, and therefore it must be properly disposed. Having this project, which is very important for us, and having National Health Service standards, there's a mandatory component in waste management. That if a health facility is not well established with a proper waste management process in place, we won't allow the facility to function.
The messages shared at the groundbreaking ceremony surrounded a common theme, resounding the significance of this initiative that represents a crucial step in improving healthcare waste management, reducing health risk, and supporting the broader health reform agenda across the country. The National Energy Authority launched 4 technical guidelines in Port Moresby today. These guidelines are essential for ensuring compliance and enforcement within the electricity sector, benefiting both public and private stakeholders.
The 4 technical guidelines and regulatory frameworks launched by the National Energy Authority today are essential for compliance and enforcement within the electricity sector, promoting safety, efficiency, and sustainability. The guidelines are grid-connected solar PV and BESS guidelines, guidelines for manufacturers, importers, and retailers of regulated electrical appliances, guidelines for electrician licensing, and guidelines for electrical contractors licensing. They were developed by the NEA's Technical Regulations Division. When launching the guidelines, NEA Managing Director Ronald Meketa said these guidelines were formulated through extensive research, stakeholder consultation, and expert input to address current challenges and future needs of the energy sector.
We have a gating system as is imposed by PNG Customs and Ports with other organizations on the guidelines for importation of goods and services. And we never had specifically on energy sector and on solar products. So this is very important guideline that we are launching.
Meketa said these guidelines will drive the country's effort to build reliable and renewable energy sources and will also meet the medium-term development plan target and Vision 2025.
The 2030 target as well, 70% connectivity, and our Vision 2050, our connectivity rate is just 20%. 80% is yet to be connected. Our challenge is how do we get those communities out there connected.
The managing director said energy drives the economy of PNG. Therefore, wider collective efforts by the government and relevant stakeholders are needed to implement the guidelines.
To partnering with NICIT and the Industrial Standards Department, especially Labor and Industrial Relations, because we're launching those guidelines for electricians, for contractors, and then standards for importers and distributors, including manufacturers. So we're calling for wider collaboration from all our government agencies. I believe 50 years on, we should be more connected, more a team player than organizations, digging our own trenches and working in isolations. It's a time when we should be reflecting on what we have done the last 30 years that it's not delivering, so we should focus on improving, bringing efficiency to how we do business in Papua New Guinea.
Tracy Pa, TVWAN News.
Following the unveiling of the Department of Education's 3 Information and Communication Technology systems in August last year, the department is slowly implementing the systems and intends to complete the implementation process for all schools this year. The 3 systems are Teachers' Biometric Time and Attendance System, Smart Teachers ID Card System, and Smart Interactive Board for Teacher and Learning System.
The staff ID cards, we have issued cards to every staff in the Department of Education, and there were some schools that we given, but we have to fully roll out to every school this year. So, once we have these in devices, time and watch system installed, we would like to put that into the schools so that schools, when they go to sign the RODSs, they will also link up with the teachers' identification as well. So,
staff of the Medang Provincial Administration and fellow public servants came together at the Crossroad Baptist Church Thursday to dedicate the year to God in a dedication service. Family members of the public servants also joined them in the church service, with the hope that it will get the working year off to a good start.
The dedication service for public servants in Medang was themed Serving in Humility with Wisdom and the Knowledge of God. The provincial administrator was joined by staff of his administration and other public service members and their families at the Crossroad Baptist Church on Thursday, 30th January, to reflect on their goals for the new year with God as their guide. The sermon delivered by the church pastor inspired the congregation on attaining wisdom before applying knowledge in their jobs and everyday lives. The short and ecumenical service provided deliverance for the public servants who attended. Furthermore, as the country moves towards the 58th Golden Jubilee celebration, it is imperative that unity amongst the leaders and their workforce remains intact. The clergy laid their hands on the public servants with prayers and blessed their work this year, that it could be guided by God's wisdom and knowledge. Provincial Administrator Frank Lau was compelled by the sermon and remarked following the service that when men try to do things on their own, it never really works. He said he would like to see more thought process but put into their jobs and responsibilities, reiterating the need for divine interventions in working together. He urged all public servants to rethink their duty statements and review their terms of reference and determine if they truly know systems and processes of the public service, stressing on the fact that their duty statement is to deliver to the people of the country. As significant as the service was, the provincial member did not attend. Tracy Pa, TV1 News.
Oktedi Mining has launched a 90-day health and fitness initiative aimed at promoting a healthier workforce. The Live Well Challenge was officially launched in Tabubil recently with over 200 employees already signed up.
Oktedi Mining Limited has launched a 90-day fitness and wellness challenge for its workforce in Tabubil. The campaign, spearheaded by OTML's Health Services Department, encourages employees to adopt healthier lifestyles through exercise, mindful practices, and regular health check-ins. The Live Well Challenge was officially launched in Tabubil on January 26 with over 200 employees already signed up. Weightlifting champion Dekatoa, the guest of honor, inspired participants, emphasizing the importance of commitment and mental strength in maintaining a healthy body. OTML's acting managing director Alan Bong reinforced the company's dedication to employee well-being, linking health to workplace performance. With over 200 employees registered, the challenge also includes a school health poster competition, a health song contest, and a video competition to promote engagement. This initiative aligns with OTML's broader wellness programs and its long-term growth 2050 strategy. Carol Kidu Jr., TV1 News.
And now the finance news. The kina closed unchanged at $0.2494 US in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, our kina was buying $0.2419 US, $0.3875 Australian dollars, $0.2256 euro, and 37.02 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, gold, coffee, copra, and crude oil closed higher. Cocoa and copper closed lower, and palm oil closed the day unchanged. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones closed higher, ASX closed higher, and all ordinaries closed higher as well. TV1 News continues when we return. Stay with us.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase easy paid units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
Hiya, Mama. You wait then, but me add him special flavor.
Put in more flavor, put in more taste. Magical karaoke, up a big smile on face. Time cooking chicken, a great kumu too. Sip, sip, the moo, yes, magic on you.
Maggi, the taste PNG loves.
In its first 10 years, the PNG LNG project has had a long-lasting impact, contributing more than 28 billion kina to the state of Papua New Guinea. Equity distributions are paid to KPHL and MRDC based on the interest they hold. Tax is paid to the IRC, while development levy and royalties are paid to DPE. For more information on direct and indirect benefits, visit PNG EITI's website.
Hey, do you know that Cellmoney gives you twice the digital credits you recharge when you top up your phone with Cellmoney?
Yes, I have the good news. So now I put 3 kina in my phone. I receive 6 kina credit.
Well, that's why now I like to top up 5 kina because I receive 10 kina. And then I use my credits to call, send text, or get data.
Let's go to a digital store Cellmoney agent today. Deposit money in your Cellmoney wallet to top up and receive the double credit.
Dial *888# to do it all with Cellmoney.
Cellmoney, do it all with Cellmoney.
I'm going to Ghana to meet Matilda for the first time. Things might be a little too heavy for her.
I'm going to meet my boyfriend, but I'm freaking out because I have my ex with me.
90 Day Fiancé Before the 90 Days, Wednesdays 8:30 on TLC.
The greatest game of all. It's back.
Oh, my goodness.
The glory.
He's gonna score.
And passion. Wow. A season that changes everything.
A lot of people in this country thought, well, we wouldn't be able to do it. They were talking in terms of 2 or 3 decades. Well, I was talking in terms of few years.
Thanks for staying with us. Turning abroad, a little over 3 years since French President Emmanuel Macron accused then Australian Prime Minister Scott Morrison of lying about a multi-billion submarine deal. The second largest ship in the French Navy has docked in Darwin. It signifies a turning of the page between the two countries and an increased mutual focus on the Indo-Pacific region.
Voyage around the world, the FS Jacques Chevalier will call Australia home, for now. The French supply ship docked at HMAS Coonawarra yesterday, hosting a number of distinguished local guests.
This is an amazing new ship with a lot of technology.
The vessel is one of the newest additions to the French Navy, commissioned in 2023. It brings a crew of sailors, medics and mechanics with enough food for a 6-month voyage. With a displacement of more than 30,000 tonnes, Jacques Chevalier is the second largest vessel in the French fleet. The largest, aircraft carrier Charles de Gaulle, is currently in the Indo-Pacific with the Australian Navy. The French and Australian navies say the recent military exercises with the US, Australia and other allies such as India and Indonesia are the key to a secure maritime region.
The opportunity to strengthen and deepen our relationships with our friends, allies and partners is always beneficial to those that value a free and open world order.
The importance of the Northern Territory to such operations was not understated.
Darwin, being a gateway between the Indian and Pacific Ocean, is the perfect example of the strategic, pivotal role that Australia plays in the region.
The visit confirms a new chapter in French-Australian military relations, after the costly collapse of a submarine deal between Canberra and Paris in 2021. With that dispute now seemingly in the past, both nations have their eyes firmly set on the Indo-Pacific.
Whyalla is getting a $40 million facelift with an upgraded airport and foreshore. The investment coming from all levels of government has been welcomed in the town, which has been struggling with ongoing turmoil at its steelworks and mine.
With a foreshore redevelopment and an airport investment among a suite of funding.
We need our airport. The region needs it. The nation needs Whyalla.
The joint commitment by state, federal and local governments will pump over $40 million into the town.
All levels of government working hand in glove to make sure we deliver an outcome for critical economic infrastructure to set us up for the long term.
But the regional hub continues to face challenges. Its embattled steelworks this month resumed production, with its blast furnace at half capacity after it was shut down for 4 months. While the mining sites linked to steelworks owner GFG Alliance have also been hit with hundreds of job losses, and GFG is still behind on royalty payments to the state government. It's concerning the opposition, who wants more transparency from government.
The government is having to spend money there, but they're not saying what's actually the situation on the ground, how far the royalty payments are in arrears, what the amount is, how this is impacting on contractors as well.
Included in the funding is a $1.7 million package for redundant miners and steelworkers.
We all know that the elephant in the room here in Whyalla is the future of the iron and steel industry, and that is something that this government, our state government and our federal government are incredibly committed to.
A town looking ahead despite ongoing challenges.
The federal government has announced a $24 million infrastructure package for the town of Katherine. The funds will kickstart the development of much-needed housing, but there are concerns it won't be soon enough for those most in need.
Housing in Katherine has become desperate.
We have 100 families and 70 young people at any one time seeking housing and safe housing, and affordable housing, and somewhere to stay at night.
But today, a potential fix.
We're investing $7 million here in Katherine East, alongside the Northern Territory Government, and work with the Council to unlock further housing.
The investment will see infrastructure put in place, paving the way for new neighbourhoods and over 700 new homes.
This investment is for the physical infrastructure, not the building of homes, but the physical infrastructure. Roads, curbing, culverts, sewerage, water connectivity, electricity connectivity.
A portion is set aside for social and affordable housing, but it could be years before homes rise from the ground, and service providers say there's a need for a more immediate solution.
It needs to be happening now. The region has been calling for a number of years for investment into short stay accommodation, so when people come to town or there's overcrowding, there is somewhere safe to go.
The federal funding package will also commit $4 million towards upgrading Nipmuc tourism services, $1 million for the Urapunja Community Water Park, and almost $2 million for upgrading access roads.
As we know, Katherine Gorge attracts over 250,000 people a year. We certainly need that development, and we appreciate and thank the federal government for their input into our town.
Welcome attention for a town too often overlooked.
About 1 billion disposable coffee cups end up in landfill across the country every year, according to the New South Wales Environment Protection Authority. One town on the state's far south coast is trying to change that, 1 cup at a time.
Yuki Bird manages in Bermagui on the New South Wales far south coast is a community hub.
The biggest thing that coffee does for people is bring them together.
But being environmentally conscious in the hospitality industry is a challenge.
Cafes suffer in that exact same way as anybody who's interested in more environmental ways to consume.
Takeaway coffee cups being at the centre of the waste problem. Just down the street, Tim Northam's cafe Honor Bread is selling up to 250 takeaway coffees each day.
For the privilege for people just to be able to walk down the street or drink their coffee and then throw it in the bin, I think we need to have a really big rethink.
So, nearly a dozen of Bermagui's cafes came together to ban disposable cups. It's now bring your own or purchase a reusable one for the price of a couple of gold coins.
For a one-time only fee of $3, you get your cup and then you will get that refunded when you bring that cup back.
The initiative means all cafes sell the cups and any can refund them after use. Getting the majority of the town's cafes on board was crucial.
The biggest fear for cafes to change across from throwaway cups to a reusable system is a fear that the customer will then go to the cafe next door.
A disposable coffee cup has an average lifespan of up to 20 minutes. And after the beverage is finished, around 1 billion cups end up in Australian landfill each year. Cafes here in the coastal town of Bermagui are hoping the reusable system will keep cups circulating for much longer.
The community has been supportive and people are getting creative.
Everyone should just have a go of a coffee in a goblet once in a while, I reckon.
It's only $3, so it's not like it's breaking the bank with it.
I think it's a great kind of sustainable initiative.
The new system was launched at the start of summer, a busy tourist period being the ultimate test.
So managing things like how we're going to cope with our washing up, how we're going to make sure that we have the right volume of cups.
It hits really hard with lots and lots and lots of people, so I'm unsure if we're going to be able to prevail. Hopefully we will be able to.
But Bermagui remains positive and wants others to follow their lead.
The cafes in Bermagui are actually, in one sense, becoming a test case for how communities might be able to make this change in, themselves.
Reducing landfill one latte at a time.
And that ends the news segment. Later in sports, teams gear up for final leg in Rabaul and Lama set for big season.
In its first 10 years, the PNG LNG project has had a long-lasting impact, contributing more than 28 billion kina to the state of Papua New Guinea. Equity distributions are paid to KPHL and MRDC based on the interest they hold. Tax is paid to the IRC, while development levy and royalties are paid to DPE. For more information on direct and indirect benefits, visit PNG EITI's website.
Chapman, space again for Jamie. Oh, she's a mover. Bang, bang. Here's Big Royce Hunt. Lovely kick try. The hammer slices through all of them and got it down.
There have always been myths. Tales of fortunes made and others squandered. But now, there's a new breed of alchemists. They're pioneers.
Maybe this is our year.
Daredevils.
I need to go someplace dangerous.
And master craftsmen.
When you find gold, kind of sets your heart sailing.
And don't count out the hustlers.
This is more money than some people make in a lifetime.
Who'll turn grit into gold. Strike It Rich, Summer of Gold. This month on Discovery.
Dummy option and Atisobe straight onto the loose ball, then able to pop it up, right on the shoulder, Matisse Faute to streak in. They're trying to come round the corner and provide more options, and it was a slightly late arrival, and it's a later arrival from Halliwell. It's another for England.
At Digicel PNG Foundation, we are proud to announce the launch of another round of the community grants, a significant initiative aimed at empowering local communities to solve their own problems.
From the time we launched this initiative in 2019, we have given 92 grants totaling 4.5 million kina to over 70 organizations around the country. These local organizations have connected communities to water sources for the first time, built waiting homes for pregnant mothers, literacy centers for communities, health clinics in remote areas, classroom for students, and safe houses for women at risk of violence.
At Digicel, we're not just connecting people, we're empowering communities.
Applications are now open.
Welcome back. Cricket PNG CEO Richard Dunn has fired back on cricket players' dispel in reports claimed by PNG representative players regarding their contracts. The PNG cricket players over the last 3 months have been alleging that Cricket PNG did not have them sign their contracts as full-time players. According to them, this has affected them and their families, resulting in the strike. Dan, in a press release, said the Cricket PNG management remains committed to professionalism, accountability, and transparency, and that they have followed international best practice standards in designing the new contracts. 18 teams are looking forward to participating in the last leg of the AGMAC Rugby League 9 series this weekend in Rabaul, East New Britain province. The final leg will be played before a train-on squad is announced for the AGMAC Rabaul Gurias.
18 teams will be playing their hearts out in the last leg of the AGMAC Rugby League 9 series this weekend in Rabaul, East New Britain province. The teams are from Gazelle, Kokopo and Rabaul, including 2 visiting teams from Lihir in New Ireland province. They are Andrew Chiefs and Kunaya Flames. Rabaul Gele Gele Sports Association events coordinator Solomon Darius noted an improvement in the performance of the teams starting from the first series, which was played from January 17th to 18th at the Rabaul Gele Gele Sports Oval. The second leg was from January 24th to 25th, while the final one will be on January 31st and February 1st at Queen's Park. After the third leg, the final 2025 Gurias train-on squad will be announced. Solomon Darius outlined the overwhelming support received from the wards that had their youths participating in the tournament, saying it was evident that they wanted their youths to pursue a career in football. Rex Litter, TVWAN Sports.
The 2025 AGMAC 9's Tri-Series winds up this weekend at Rabaul's Queen's Park with the ultimate cash prize of 10,000 kina up for grabs for the winning team. Runners-up will walk away with 7,000 kina. The Tri-Series concept is an initiative of major sponsor NGIP AGMAC with support from the East New Britain provincial government. The first 2 rounds of the series were staged at the new Gele Gele Sports Association Oval, with Vunamami tribesmen claiming the final leg, while Rabaul Page Park Cowboys picking up the second leg. Both teams got 5,000 kina each, while the runners-up 2,500 kina. The third and final leg of the series is expected to bring back some normalcy to Rabaul Town following recent confrontations between settlement youths in Rabaul Town and neighboring villages. The final series game started today, while finals is scheduled for Saturday at the Queen's Park Mini Stadium. Winners of last week's second leg, Page Park Cowboys, one of Rabaul, have huge advantage to go back-to-back, playing in front of their home crowd. At the end of the Tri-Series, a squad will be announced to join the Gurias pre-season training camp, which starts in February. PNG Hunters utility star player Clint Lama is set for a big 2025 season as the team maneuvers through the final stages of their pre-season program before they head to the trials next week. When commenting on last year's mid-season ankle injury, Lama said after putting in the hard work through majority of the pre-season, he's feeling great and back to full recovery and can't wait to rip into the new season. The Hunters have lined up 2 trial matches against Central Dabaris and Hella Wigmen next week before they meet Redcliffe Dolphins on February 15 in Cairns.
Former schoolboys product Clint Lama made an instant impact when he burst onto the QRL scene for the first time in Hunters Tribe in 2024. He went on to making the number 3 jumper his own and never looked back. The key is commitment, hard work and consistency. After almost 3 months of grueling pre-season training, Lama is again grateful for the opportunity and declared himself fully fit and ready for the upcoming season.
The pre-season was good. It's a bit tough. It's a pre-season, so it's always tough. The boys are supporting each other, and we are working really hard on it, and it was good. The preseason was good, and my injury, I recover fully and ready to go this year.
A mid-season ankle injury in 2024 somewhat disrupted Lama's steady progress, resulting in several weeks on the sideline, which was quite disappointing. Upon his return, Lama found himself in the main engine room playing as a back rower, a position he was only too familiar with when playing schoolboys rugby. Lama admitted he's embracing the positional change.
Challenge it, try to play forwards and play backs too. So yeah, because back last year I played forwards in last two games, I think, and then I played a back line. So I try to work on forwards and backs also. Back then when I play schoolboys, I play forwards and I mixed around a little bit. So it's good playing different position.
Coming back for preseason was tough, but always embracing the challenge, especially with the energy and vibe the new boys bring into camp, which is also fun and exciting. While taking one day at a time, Lama is also ready for the trials coming up, which is going to be tough with a lot of good quality players ready to challenge each other.
The new boys are good. They are very good. They learn more new things and they open up and say every talk. They open and they are very good at the preseason.
Terry Longwood, TVWAN Sports.
Lake Tennis Club has sent 2 new juniors tennis players with PNG Junior Tennis team to the West Pacific Junior Tennis Championship. Under 16 duo, Irene Josh and Macklin Meninga will have a first taste of the regional event. Cassandra Thomas, William Thomas and John Louis, junior players who represented the Lake Tennis Club in the last 2 years, didn't make the team. Lake Tennis Club President Glenn Kabasug accompanied the new reps to Port Moresby to meet the traveling team. Kabasug said it's sad seeing regulars miss out on the national team, but it is also pleasing to see new faces representing the country. He believes those who missed out will find their way back into the team. Meantime, Kabasug said Josh and Meninga will make themselves, their country, and Lake Tennis Club proud when they debut. The 14 junior representatives are now in Fiji, ready to get on the court. Young PNG Hunters hopeful and Southern Highlands man Douglas David is making progress in pursuit of realizing his football dream. A final year student at the University of Technology, David is also passionate about rugby league, where he has had to juggle studies for the past 4 years, which is starting to pay off.
Following a stellar season with Morobe franchise Lace-Necks Tigers in 2024, the Hagen brought-up South's blood owes everything to his faith in God, who's the reason for bringing him thus far, both in education and football. Whilst he looks forward to graduation in April, David is keeping his hopes high to making the PNG Hunters final team yet to be announced. David made his debut at the Digicel ExxonMobil Cup level while playing for Mendy Muruks before moving to the Tigers, who also supported his education at Unitec. David is a versatile player and asset to any team as he can play any position in the backline.
I was born and raised in the hospital compound. That's where I started playing for my local club team there, Hagen Medics. I'm willing to train hard here. Train hard and wait for my chances, be patient, do all the trainings well, patient, try to do my trainings well, and hopefully coach sees me trains good, and then he'll select me in the team. If I make the 30-man squad, now currently we are 36 or 35 men, so yeah, we are currently waiting for them to trim the squad down. Yeah.
When he was older, he started playing for his local club, Hagen Medics, before he was selected for further studies at Unitec, where he has been since. During school holidays, David would go back home to Hagen. In 2021, he took his medics team to Southern Highlands for a nines tournament where he was scouted by Morg's coach Roderick Puname, where he played for 2 seasons, 2022 to 2023, before joining the Tigers for the 2024 seasons.
First 1 week, we were finding our feet here in the new environment, but a lot of senior boys and the coaches make us feel at home. And yeah, training has been hard, plenty of new things, and we are trying to adapt to it and adapt to the Hunter system.
He said coming into the Hunters camp for the first time was like a culture shock, trying to get used to the new environment and culture, which was hard, but with support from the seniors boys. Douglas remains committed and awaits his chance of making the final 30-man squad. Carol Kido Jr., TVWAN Sports.
That's all we have in the sports segment. We'll now have the weather report.
In regional forecast, southern Port Moresby mostly cloud to possible few showers and thunderstorms. Daru cloudy periods with brief afternoon or evening. Daru cloudy periods with brief afternoon or evening showers and possible thunderstorms. Momasa region, Ley becoming cloudy with few showers and possible thunderstorm. Medang mostly fine, partly cloudy to afternoon showers and possible thunderstorms. New Guinea Highlands, Kavieng mostly fine to partly cloudy with possible chances of few showers. Kokopo-Rabaul and Kimbe mostly fine. And the Highlands region, Mount Again cloudy with some rain showers and possible storms. Goroka, Bans and Kundiawa mostly cloudy with few rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Ocean forecast, Coral Sea, seas moderate to rough patches with northwest winds of 20 to 30 knots, gusting to 35 knots at times. Solomon Sea, seas slight to moderate with northwest winds of 10 to 20 knots with gusts. Bismarck Sea, seas smooth to slight with northwest to northerly winds of 5 to 15 knots. And Pacific Ocean, seas slight with northeast winds of 10 to 15 knots. And coastal waters, waters of southern PNG Indonesian border to Daru, Kiwai Island, Karaman to Yule Island, Ud Point to Samarai Island, seas 0.5 to 1.5 meters rising to 3 meters. And waters of Finschhaven through Vitia Strait to CRC Long Island to Medang, seas 1 to 2.5 meters.
That ends the news tonight. Have a pleasant weekend. Bye for now.
The TVWAN News was proudly brought to you by BSP, our bank, our people.